Today, I just made about $1,000 in less than an hour and 30 minutes, adding up all the time as a barber coach specifically, right? Something that used to take me about a couple days, maybe a week to go ahead and complete. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. And I'm basically give you all my story on how I got to this position and how I'm even this blessed to even be driving this big ass truck with the stars and everything, living the life that I want to live, financially free, living good, right? So I'm gonna throw it back, no homo. I'm gonna throw it back to 2020, and that's when I first started cutting hair. I was cutting hair like pretty much on the low. I was a pretty much shy kid. I didn't really want too much people to know about my haircuts because I didn't want to get made fun of. I was a little fatter. I did have a gap between my teeth, so I was more insecure. So back to 2020, I was about like 15 years old. That's when I first started cutting hair. I joined up my first ever barbershop, I believe at 16 years old, which was in the Dominicans. Shout out my boys, the Boricuas in there too, no cap. Cubanos, we were going crazy. Mexicanos, there's some. I was the only one actually. But your boy ran it up from there. I was charging $20 in my garage actually. I had went from 12 to $20 in my garage. After that, I went to that barbershop, $25 to $40. I was there for like about 4 years, stacking it up, 3 years and a half really. I had ran it the fuck up. I stacked it up all those years of just stacking money. I was young. I didn't have too many bills. I was working with my parents. I was still in high school. I was just grinding that shit out, bro. And I got to the point where I had like 60 bands stacked up. And I was just like, damn, what do I do with this money? So obviously I decided to invest it. I always knew investing was always the move as long as it pays off. I love gold. I invest into gold. I invest into myself with my clippers, with everything, just like that, little examples like that. Why is the gym lights completely off right now? Okay, but back to it. I went, stacked it up, 60 bands. I opened up my first ever barbershop, and that's when I left that barbershop to go work at my barbershop. Let me go ahead and park up to give you all this story. And yeah, I ran up my first ever barbershop. We spent like around 20 to like 27,000 just getting that thing rebuilt, painting it, getting the boxes and everything. This was my first ever shop, so I didn't know about the wholesale. I didn't know about none of that, bro. I literally bought these things one by one, and I spent a shitload of money when I could have saved a shitload of money. I ain't even gonna lie to you, right? But after that, I got there, bro, and it was about a year working there, and it was pretty slow. I mean, the barbers we had, they were doing all the appointments, so that was the good part. But I noticed, like, damn, bro, I'm stuck at $40. I need to go ahead and start marketing myself using social media. I started feeling a little bit better about myself. I had veneers. I already had the money, so I was already putting shit. I looked good. I had the jewelry. I felt confident. I started hopping on social media and just to promote the barbershop, to promote myself, and I fucking took over, right? I had one of my boys who was actually one of my clients. He was also a barber. Put me on into this mentorship, which I had joined, and I realized actually worked. I had scaled up all the way to like 10K followers, and income did pick up. I was known more in my city. I was more famous, more viral, which is a dream I always had. I always wanted to charge $100 a cut, but I always seen those people viral, right? So I always wondered, how the fuck do they get there? And I joined that mentorship, bro, and I got some sauce out of it. And I was like, bro, I had 60 bands stacked up, took off 20, so like around 40 bands still stacked up. I had my truck. I had no bills, no nothing. And I decided to book a call with my mentor, who I have now. And once he hit me with that 7K, I was like, hold on, twin, you know what I'm saying? 7,000, which your boy ended up taking the opportunity, which I don't regret. So I spent 7,000 to my first ever mentorship, and I went fucking crazy. I took advantage of this because I spent my hard money onto this shit. So I was like, this shit's gonna work. I went fucking crazy. Zero to fucking 30K followers in only, was it 5 months? 5 months. Scaled from 40 to 100 in only less than 8 months. So we went crazy, bro. It literally only took me 1 year, 8 months exactly, bro, of using social media. And social media done completely changed my life. Why? Because I showed myself to this whole world. I'm no longer just showing myself to this area or just being a word-to-word barber, word-of-mouth barber. So that's the good thing about social media. You show yourself to everybody, not just people around your area. And boom, I got to that position. I scaled up. I got the barbershop. I had everything I had, and I realized, like, damn, what's next, bro? I have everything I wanted, making $15,000 a month consistently. I was financially free. I was good. The only thing is that I was working behind that chair 24/7, and that shit drove me to the point where I felt burnt out. I didn't even want to put it to the shop. I didn't even want to record. I didn't even want to do none of this. All I just wanted to do was just cut his hair, get my money, and dip. And eventually, that's the burnt out phase. So at that point, they always like to say stress doesn't mix with business. So at that point, I was feeling stressed. And stress in business obviously don't work because then stuff like that happens. You don't feel like recording. So how's the business going to grow? Instead, I was working in the business. I wasn't working on the business like I used to. And I stayed in the same position. And I already hit my goals. That was my goal. Charge $100 a cut. Do this, do that. I was just like, damn, what's next? So I had another opportunity to invest $20,000 into a mentorship off of a mentor who I have right now, who I still am with, which is my guy. Shout out my boy. Invested into that, started learning the barber coaching phase, and it brought me to the position where I'm at now. Literally just closed a couple students. We have a lot of students trying to buy our program because they see a lot of the results we're having. And now it's getting to the point where this is feeling like a real life game now. Now all I do is like literally grind out on the computer, which is like grinding out a Call of Duty game, getting your gold guns, bro. I ain't gonna lie, to grind the fuck out of that. And that's how I'm living now. Now my full income comes from online. I no longer have to actually work and be there behind the chair to get money. Something that used to take me about a whole week to complete, I literally get in 1 hour. That 1 hour, that $1,000, it literally takes me, right now it takes me 10 heads. So about like 10 hours to go ahead and complete 1,000 hours cutting hair in one day. And I literally just did that in 1 hour and 30 minutes. So there's levels to this game, and it all started with building a brand. I wouldn't be here in this position where I'm at if I never had a brand, which is my account on social media, having the world knowing who I am, so I can actually have some proof that I done this, my students done this, results. So people can actually believe this, try it out, and get results themselves. And more results equals more money. Now, money is another thing that almost stopped me, which I thank God didn't. Look, hear me out, you guys. Let go of the fear of money. Stop being scared. What if I lose this? What if I lose that? Bro, you are losing time. Once you really understand that money is always getting printed 24/7 while time is getting wasted, you're going to realize a lot. Over those 5 years of cutting hair, I realized I could have done this working on $1 million business. Imagine 5 years working on $1 million business instead of working 5 years on a 6-figure business. I mean, thank God I still got it. But imagine the difference. And now, over those years, if only I started early on social media, I would have already been that millionaire who I'm becoming right now. So, this is my friendly reminder to you guys. Don't waste y'all's time. If you ever have an opportunity and you believe in it, if you believe in yourself, you take it. When the time is right, you do it. And really, there is never no right time than now. To be honest, bro, if you're seeing this video, literally go hit me up, bro. I got some game for you. Why are we wasting time when you can go apply something I could literally give you for free? Hit me up, bro. We got a lot of fucking game. So that was my story on how I came up, how I got into this position. And it really all just came down to letting go of the fear of money and actually investing to myself and actually believing in myself. So mindset's another big thing that plays in this part. But yeah, I want to give y'all this talk. It's literally what, 9:13 p.m. I'm about to go fucking crazy at the gym right now. Y'all can't see. All the lights are off for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know if y'all can see that. All lights are off. But yeah, just got out the grind time and we still grinding, bro. Tomorrow morning we have early morning calls. And we're still gonna be making it. I've been off 5 hours of sleep lately, but we're still doing it, bro. This is the thing about discipline and consistency, bro. I'm a strong believer in that. And if I did it, you can too. Let's fucking go. I'm about to go crazy. Let's get it. DM me the word blessed if you do want to work one-on-one, though. We are taking a lot of barbers. We are going crazy. Let's get it.